I think that that's going to work out very well here for T1. They are looking for the Jarvan as well. Next cab off the rank as far as power level of junglers are concerned, but Peanut immediately snap locks in the Poppy, and there is the Aurora as well.
And Galio is going to be the lock-in here because they only get to have one counter pick here. Even though both of the soul laners are face up, in this situation on blue side, you can do that and say, we only get one, we can protect the other. You know, if you put a Lucid champion in that spot instead, we're thinking, okay, this is just straight up D+, right? They're looking for the Jhin potentially. I like the Kai'Sa, and it's not a Guma favorite. We know this, but every time the naysayers say Guma can't play Kai'Sa, he can't play Zarya, pull it out in this best of 5 like this in an early game, and you're like, okay, I guess he's feeling himself today. You guys looking for a very aggressive steal here, Atlas, of this red buff. He does have Hex Flash set.
And now Owner has taken a lot of damage from this red buff and just isn't able to take it. Peanut, less lane swap flexibility here as Viper is just going to run at Doran. And the Griffin alumni are just doing battle. Press the attack working out. But Viper not. Well, there's that ulti that you were talking about. A fair bit of damage here onto Viper, who does light in there. So that's looking to alleviate some of this. But Owner comes around. And let's see what they can actually get done here as Zeus goes between worlds. It's a lot of damage potential here as they look for the Winter's Bite. They will be able to connect it onto Gumayusi, who does get stunned up by that passive carrier completely out of the blue stuff, and down he will go. Zeus picks up first blood, and HLE
clear waves pretty quickly and just take as much damage as he wants, and then gets to use his ult instead of TP. As we're going to see Zeus looking for the setup here for Peanut.
Speaking of ults, as the Tangle Bob's going to go wide, Carrier flashing away, just trying to draw them away from Gumayusi, but Zeus just solo kills him.
Off this dragon.
Yeah, looks like HLE are coming on over to see what they can actually get to. Okay, just walk in and smite it. That'll do it.
And T1 end up committing a lot, getting nothing.
Well, they might get Delight, who does flash out of the way of the Pop Blossom. Peanut and Viper will turn up now as the culling. Not going to quite do too much. Teleport does bring Faker in, though, and HLE does need to be really careful. Zeka making his way down.
And eat it.
And the amount of mobility that you have as well. As there's a Q, fully charged, landing there by Doran. As he does find a pretty good angle here. Doesn't have ulti, kind of would. Theoretically, you could just stay a little bit further away as Owner is going to come out. Oh, the sidestep from Viper! That was slick. I guess, like, there's a word, but it's not in my brain.
I mean, they catch the engage really well. They break it up, they can smash it and
dissect.
Dissect is the word.
Dissect was the word.
Like, Zeka's ability to just shockwave that combo as well just breaks up everything T1 is trying to do. It's why Guma in the late game is going to have a huge role to play if we get there. As this is looking like it's just a HLE Herald.
Well, that is the steadfast presence as the Pop Blossom does find two. Down goes Zeus. He just gets popped like a balloon. Viper kind of untouched, but Doran is just a brick wall. It's so hard for this Lucian to do anything as the shockwave connects onto two, but Doran stands tall.
Ult onto Owner here. He stops him with a steadfast presence, but he's not able to affect the fight otherwise. That guarantees the Herald, but doesn't win them the fight.
Doran is, I would say, in a little bit of trouble. Rocking a hard place, all those sorts of things. It's going to take a while, but he is extraordinarily dead. They want to give the kill over to Viper, but he's unable to get it.
Onto Zeus, doesn't give the T1 the opportunity to fight. Now Faker is going to be the next one to be caught in sides.
Yeah, we've seen this play, this exact play that was like 5 minutes ago as Faker's going to get stunned up by the concussive blows. That will line up the heroic charge so comfortably.
And they need to hold on to it, right? Guma's in a really good position here, very difficult to punish.
Doran's getting impatient as he just flashes on top of Viper. He tries to get out, but the Pop Blossom was waiting for him, and Faker just bonks him on the head. Lands down from the sky. That is just going to be the one pick. A lot of resources used. Every R button has been pressed to take down this Lucian. But still a fair bit of damage towards Delight. Peanut trying to be a nuisance. I don't think it's Otacon time, but it's a good pick for T1. Here, they had full information as this was started up, but Owner is going to get into position. This is risky from HLE as Zeus. He moves on over. Pop Blossom is going to connect once again. They look to take down Viper, and there he goes. This time it's going to be a trade, and the Poppy does secure the Otacon. But now we're going between worlds as Zeus looks for Gumayusi. Can they return the favor? Yes! And it's Peanut that locks down that kill. Now there's concussive blows on everyone. The Braum from the grave is still still getting the work done as the Justice Punch onto Zeka doesn't find the mark, and Peanut is just heroically charging all over this top lane and will be able to take down Doran. Just a lonely Gargoyle left on T1.
And they're going to lose more than just the Otacon here. It looks like this Baron is also up for grabs, and Faker's got TP now, but it is going to be completely worthless. No Doran, no owner, and that risk for T1 I think just was not worth it. If you get the Otacon, sure, that's nice, but now you're getting way more. Okay, Faker is going to TP in. They're looking for the fight.
There's the calling as Viper turns up in the nick of time. Faker still trying to do something about this, but it is just going to be Baron secured by HLE. The interruption on the taunt, and Faker is going to get taken down. The health bars are looking low, but Peanut is a brick wall to stand in front of HLE, and they just systematically took everything from the top side of the map.
And they fall like dominoes, T1 do in this game. It was such a close game, and then suddenly, piece by piece, some failed attempts as Keria again fishing.
Yeah, not going to quite find the angle here. They still managed to kill Zeka despite everything as heroic charge comes down. Doran dealing with a turret and Viper plus Peanut is going to be a little bit of a bridge too far.
They lose the Otacon, they lose the fight, they lose Baron, and T1 now on the back seat of game one.
And I swear, this has just been the Zeus Peanut show. The two of them have been playing so well, and who has been getting all the criticism this year? It's those two players.
It certainly is.
And seeing it here from Zeus' perspective, playing an absolutely incredible game. Man, I was not...
It's not going to be your soul on this fight.
Yeah. And the thing for me is that I feel like that was a very risky Otacon, and I think HLE have gone for plays like that, but in the past, it just straight up hasn't worked because they haven't looked this coordinated. Like, they just haven't been able to execute quite as well as they have in this particular game. They're going to have to do so again, though, as Faker just getting sidelined by Viper here, who is just all over him. Heroic entrance comes down defensively, but they can also use it as an offense, as Zeus might get caught, and he is just going to be put in the Cataclysm. The culling comes through, though, and Owner is going to be taken out as well. Viper relatively untouched in the back end as Faker goes golden, but that is not going to save him. And now Doran just trying to run away. T1, it looked like they sort of had an angle, and they have half a plan, but it's the getaway that they haven't figured out.
They just don't have enough damage, Atlas, and it's a triple threat here for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. Sure, maybe you can kill one of Zeus, Zeka, or Viper, but you can't get all three. And especially with the game state now where they're so far behind, it's difficult for him to do so. As here comes Peanut up into the front line, they're looking to collapse.
And the ulti comes down from the engaged Braum. Keeper's Verdict gets rid of the Galio, but he's probably the one more hopeful about it. As Pop Blossom hits everyone. Zeus goes golden, so does Zeka. He's able to flash his way out the Shockwave onto only one, and it's only Carrier. And so it looks pretty good here for T1. They take down the Aurora and the Orianna, but Viper is still alive. Justice Punch comes in. The front line is still there. The flash is read by Ona as Viper is just gliding away from the fight. He finds the Jarvan. And you've got two carries, but not the one that matters.
Not the one that matters, not the one they need to get in the end. And Viper plays it so phenomenally there in the end. Kites away, gets the kill. And if we get a replay of this, I want everyone else also to watch the snipe from Zeus with his death rattle, his last breath. Gets the pullback on his Q. Yeah, this is a little bit risky here for Hanwha. I mean, Delight's basically dead. TP is coming through from Zeka. He does have his Shockwave back available.
But they also have Gumayusi coming in. Killer Instinct at the ready. Culling comes down. And T1 are going to be... This is risky for HLE as Doran gets himself in there. He's avoided majoritively, though. And the Q does absolutely nothing. Voicing unable to get any steals. And we're going between the worlds. And what's between them? Looking like a Game 1 victory here for HLE, who will grab another Baron and look for another push.
Explode here in about 33.5 minutes for T1.
It's not looking good. They could go for one last-ditch effort, and we'll see whether it is going to work out. But Ona, man, like, just wasn't able to do anything. The Keeper's Verdict is in, and Gumayusi is out of there. Pop Blossom not doing anything here at all. And the Cataclysm comes on through, but I think we know who is at the mercy of the Cataclysm in this game. Is this time they'll be able to get Viper. Never mind, Gumayusi doing a fair bit of work, but the Shockwave is gorgeous. He will be able to go into stealth momentarily, but that's a dangerous orb. Still able to actually buy enough time as the dead inhibitor turret will be able to almost get Zeka to safety.
Dead, unfortunately for him. He's going to come over and grab this turret at least.
Wait a second. Base race, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, is he actually, there's no way, right?
He's going to look for it. He doesn't have flash available, but Doran also not really able to kill him. Zeka is just here, and he's looking to go to game 2 a little earlier, but it's just not going to happen. Unfortunately, couldn't get through administration on that one.
Skuma. It's actually absurd. Like, it's actually unreal. And then from there, that's not enough, right? Because there's just so many melees trying to get on top of Viper. And Golden is Faker, right? Look at this attempt from Owner. He flashes over the wall, dashes back here, has the blast cone to play around, doesn't need it.
This guy's reaction time is absurd, as gets out of the way of the Q from Ona, which could have been the end, as Viper looking for another calling. Faker taking so much damage here. This is still Cloud Soul for T1 possible, but Zeus is just skipping into the enemy base. And in the meantime, T1 are also losing the fight on the bottom side. 6 elemental drakes to go down before there's a soul, and more of Malmortius from the grave is what Owner is going to pick up, and I just don't think he's going to have time to use it, as HLE are closing in on the exposed nexus of T1. There's still a few members here. They still have 4 left alive.
Guma is going to have to make a miracle happen here in this base defense if we are going to see this turnaround for T1.
Well, there's the Between Worlds for Zeus, already doing so much damage. Goes Golden here as well, as Doran taking a fair bit. Heroic entrance just to buy some space here for T1. But Zeus just walks around it, finding these angles beautifully. Gumayusi far too low to get anything done. The self-hold flash from Zeka to hold them in position. And it's all a formality, as the Nexus is so close to dead already. And HLE will springboard themselves into a game 2 with a victory in hand.